Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Star Raptor and welcome back to the channel. It's time to break down the latest Star Wars Insider short story for the High Republic. This one is called Tales from the Occlusion Zone, Family Ties, written by Lydia Kang. This is located in Insider 226. So we have Joss and Pika Adren, Corporal Elping So, and Visma all on their transport investigating what happened with this Nile prison ship. And last we left off, they located the Mon Cala Gal Tarpfen, who was a big higher up on the Starlight Beacon, thought to be dead. And that's where we pick up in this issue, is that we have Joss and Elping trying to figure out exactly what is wrong with Gal. She has this weird biological shell thing around her. She is kind of in a stasis mode, but clearly in pain. And that is when they identify that she is tainted with some kind of blight. And this will tie into Defy the Storm, where we learned about such blight, which is basically this kind of Nameless-esque thing that happens, that normally would happen from a Nameless encounter in a Jedi, turning them to a husk. But now it's just this kind of thing that is happening all over, just not around the Nameless. So this whole story is basically about isolating Gal and trying to figure out what's going on with this biological shell of hers. So they start kind of ripping off these scales that are protecting her. And then she basically gets part of her toes amputated. That is where it was touched by the blight. And she comes to and tells them, like, yes, this entire ship was basically attacked by the blight. We still don't know the cause of it. This issue doesn't really tell us exactly where it came from. But this is, again, tying into the current crop of stories that are peppered around Wave 2 of Phase 3 of the High Republic. And as she is stabilized, we then hear from her saying, we got to get away from the Storm Shield. Apparently that's where the stuff is spreading, I guess. The Storm Shield, they were trying to head out originally from that area. And she's saying, you got to go more inward. You got to escape this stuff going inward. And they start doing that. And then that's when the Nile ships appear on the radar. And they're not actually looking for everybody on the ship. But it appears that this is some kind of staging ground for the Nile. The Nile don't even really notice them. They're kind of caught in the middle of whatever the Nile are planning at this point. And that's where we leave off in this issue. But I did enjoy this kind of story that's centered around Gal Tarpfen and about how she has to be stabilized. I think getting the experience of the writer Lydia Kang, who is a medical doctor, getting this kind of horrific kind of thing where it's like, oh my gosh, we have to amputate certain segments of this Mon Cala, save her life, or triaging at this point, because we don't know what the heck we're dealing with. And if you look back into Defy the Storm, the young adult novel, we have the character of Care Santeka, who has come in contact with this blight and had to have his arm amputated. So it's like, once something is tainted, there's no saving it. So I like to see the severity of what is happening, not just with the Nameless, not just with the Nile, but now we have this other entity, this other thing that is going to go around the galaxy and cause havoc. So yes, until next time, this was Tales from the Occlusion Zone, Family Ties, located in issue 226 of Star Wars Insider. What did you think of this one? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more on the High Republic, you are certainly in the right place. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. That's good to do for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Star Raptor.